As most of the members have requested, today I'm gonna be using most of Kinyarwanda and yeah, Kinyarwanda and English as well. So yeah, like ku bantu bafite ibibazo, ku bantu bafite ibibazo bashaka kubaza either byerekeye forex trading cyangwa se like buri kibazo ikibazo icyo ari cyo cyose ufite cyerekeye forex trading wambaza ikintu icyo ushaka kumenya cyangwa se bijya bigucanga cyangwa se complications ufite muri forex trading yeah, waba utegura icyo kibazo then yeah, ku bantu bafite ibibazo bashaka kubaza for those who have questions complications or challenges they are facing in trading they should get ready with the questions so we can go ahead.
I hope you understand that foreigners are on this live.
And as
So
a
you
reminder,
speak English. You speak English, please.
as a reminder of always as traders we are always organized, right? Like, and I always wish these sessions to be better sessions, organized sessions. So anytime maybe you want to say something, or anytime you want to yeah, like you want to mention something, you can raise your hand and then yeah, for it to be organized, for it to be a proper organized session. Because I know they're gonna be this session will be recorded from the starting to the ending. So from there it will be easy for everyone to yeah for it to be a better session and an organized session. So yeah, as I said, as most members have requested, I'm going to be using because I know there is foreigners, there is different countries in this session, so I will be using and also there are some who are not comfortable in Kinyarwanda, so I'll be using both languages, English and Kinyarwanda also. So if you might face or if you're not comfortable with English or if you're not comfortable in Kinyarwanda, don't worry about that. I'll be mixing the languages so it will be easy for everyone. Like ku batumva icyongereza se cyangwa se kuri babandi batumva ikinyarwanda. For those who doesn't hear English or who are not good in Kinyarwanda, and kuri bariya batumva icyongereza neza, I will be mixing so it will be easy. So make sure if you didn't get me properly, or if you want to ask a question, if you ask in Kinyarwanda, I will try my best to respond in Kinyarwanda and as well to respond in English for those who are comfortable in English, for them to find themselves in the question. In the session, because I'm comfortable fully. I do speak English, and I'm also fluent in Kinyarwanda. I do speak Kinyarwanda as well. I'm Rwandan, do Rwanda. So from there, it's okay for me. I'm fluent in English, the same as I'm fluent in Kinyarwanda, so I'm okay with that. So I just want to make sure these sessions, because I'll be taking these sessions from today, like from yesterday. Yesterday was the session. Like for those who missed yesterday's session, they can watch the video. I have posted the video on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You will check the link is in the Telegram group for it to be easier for you. And so as today's session will also be recorded, the same as tomorrow's session and the same as on Friday's session. So this session, I took this whole week for me to make sure I'm uh, like uh for me to make sure for those who are facing challenges, for those who can't afford to join my academy, for it to be easier for you to get to find yourself in my academy. You get my point. So yeah, I guess make sure from today up to Friday, make sure you ask all your questions. Ask the challenges you are facing in the market. Ikibazo cyose ufite aho utumva neza, yeah, just make sure if you want to say something or if you want to ask, raise your hand and then we'll go ahead with the question. So let's start maybe with analyzing the market. Let's see if we have any trades. Let's see if we can find a signal. Reka dutangire twanaliza turebe niba hari signal turi bubone uno munsi. Let's see if we're gonna find a signal. You remember yesterday, as I mentioned in yesterday's session, I gave a sell trade. I wanted to give a sell trade whereby hano nari navuze yuko ndi butange signal I wanted to give a signal here saying that the markets, we're expecting gold to push the downside. You get my point? We was expecting gold to push the downside. I was expecting it to break this my level, come back to retest, and then push the downside. But then I had no confirmation because there was value gaps around here. There was gaps around it. So I wasn't sure about the size until I was like, okay, fine. We're expecting gold to come back and cover these gaps here so we can be able to go ahead with the sales. The same thing it did. It kept on consolidating in this level. Ntabwo yigeze harenga, urabona ko still it came back to still fill these gaps around here. You can see it filled these gaps around here, and then from there, you can see now it's giving hope that it's gonna start pushing to the downside. So what we are expecting cyangwa se icyo turi bwitegura uno munsi, what we are expecting today on gold is sales. We are expecting sales. Even right now we have sales. We have sales opportunities. Let me see, we have sales opportunities on gold. Here we have sales opportunities. Let me see. Yep, we have sales opportunities on gold. Let me see what we can do. Hold on. We have 15 minutes to wait for this 30 minutes candlestick to close, because you can see that the market have already broken the trend line, like this support trend line, with a minor breakout. So we have got to wait for this next candlestick. Tugomba gutegereza no candlestick kifunga. We have to wait for this candlestick to close. So bivuze ngo dusigaje iminota 13. We have left to 30 minutes for this candlestick to close, so that we can decide either to enter in the market or to wait for us to get a clear breakout. Because you can see that we have a minor breakout. We have a minor breakout here. This candlestick which blocked the trend line. This is a minor breakout. And if I do consider to take a sell on gold, I guess, let me see what I have right now. Because if I consider this minor breakout, I would have considered this one, put my stop loss around here, and then my target should be all these levels. I'm expecting gold to target this level, to liquidate this level, all these levels, and as well this level. So depending on what you want to target, we might expect gold to target these levels. But then for me, I always target 1/2. So I'm looking for 1/2 in the market around here. So I'm expecting gold to liquidate this level. These are gold is liquidating at this level which is here. That's what I'm expecting. So we have got gold sales. We have got gold sales right now. Let me say, let's sell gold right now. Yeah, let's sell gold. Sell gold. Sell gold now. As a reminder, because I do expect that we have got downtrend. We have got a downtrend movement on gold, and as well, gold have already covered the fair value gaps we had right here. So we are safe to go on sales on gold. So we're expecting gold to be selling today as well to fulfill this movement. The same movement we have seen on gold. This same movement we have seen on gold, we are expecting the same length. So the same way I'm expecting gold to be selling for the rest of the day. Kuko urabona remfree hano, dufite hano, I'm expecting the same thing. Ndizera yuko gold igomba fulfilling the same length dufite hano. So from here I'm expecting gold to be selling. Because one thing, it have first of all cleared, or it have first of all covered the fair value gaps we had here. The second, gold have already blocking our trend line. It's still in the zone. That's why we have got to wait. Like we have got. I have the feeling that from the market structure, I can see from here, and as well from the market structure first of all, and from the market is trying its best to break this support level we have right there. we have a support level right here, and then the market have already blocked the support level, and as well from my 13 EMA, the market is below my 13 EMA. The same way as my 200 EMA is above the market, so to simply mean we are good to go for sales on gold. So we are looking for sales on gold for the rest of the day. I can even say for those who want to hold gold for the rest of the day, you can hold it until this level. Get my point? Till this level. So we are selling gold. We are selling gold now. Let me send this signal. We are selling gold now. And make sure you apply a proper risk management. Let's go sell. USD. Apply proper. Hmm. What do you mean by proper risk management? Like for those maybe who wants to, like for those ones who have a like a small account, for example, if you have a small account which is less than $100, let me say for example, if you are trading an account which is less than $100, open a 0.01 lot size, and then depending on the amount you can see the level where I put my stop loss. I want to see stop loss yanjye hano hejuru in 30 minutes time frame. So I want where I have put my stop loss is at this level. At this level. So from there, I will put my stop loss a little bit above it, so that if the market comes for like, for example, maybe depending on the blocker you're using, hari igihe rimwe na rimwe bitewe na broker uri gukoresha, hari igihe bitewe na spread, depending on the spread of your broker, sometimes the market might take you out whereas it haven't reached your level. So from there, I'm expecting that the market might, like if the market reaches there, just open 0.01 and then move your stop loss to that level. If you find maybe it's taking you out with maybe you wanted to risk $10, right? And then you find your stop loss is your stop loss is $5. Maybe open another one, another 0. First of all, open a smaller lot size. If you have an account which is less than $100, if you have an account which is less than $100, open a lot size 0.01 on gold, 0.01. You get my point? So from there, how do you manage the risk from there? First of all, you need to know how much is your account balance. You can say, right, I hope you are all in. Maybe let me hope the trade won't leave you. I said sell gods right now. I said sell gods. This is the trade we are in right now. This is the signal we are in. We are looking for 1/2, and then we are out. For those who want to hold it, you can hold it up to this level. That's okay. So I have said open is 0.01. So depending on the account balance, let me say if you have an account balance of $100 and you want to maybe open like you want to raise $10, for example, just move your stop loss, just press that trade 0.01, open it, and then from there, like move your stop loss 0.01. Move your stop loss and see if it's you have planned to risk $10 and you find your stop loss will be at that level. When it will reach here, when it just took you out to just $5, open another one so that they can be two, so that it can be $10. So from there, make sure you press your stop loss on each of them. Open two positions, 0.01. Make sure if it's just $5 on each, that means you have risked $10 on each, right? So from there, what do you do? Just press your stop loss on both of them because you have opened one position. Make sure, because if you press your stop loss on one position, to mean if it goes against you, the other position will be still running. Guys, niba wafunguye trade ebyiri, sibyo? Niba, first of all, let me also explain it in Kinyarwanda. If you niba wafunguye trade imwe niba ufite akawunti iri munsi y'amadolari 100, sibyo, ukaba wafunguye trade imwe, sibyo, ukaba wafunguye trade imwe, ukaba ushaka kurisinga amadolari 10, nufungura lot size ya 0.01 ugasanga stop loss aho irabiri iragukura amadolari 5, bivuze ngo kuba uri burisinga amadolari 10 ni uko uri bukore kabiri iyo stop loss, I mean iyo lot size, urumva urafungura indi lot size iri same ya 0.01, so from there urumva uraburisinga amadolari 10, so make sure kuri izo position zombi ushiraho stop loss, kuko stop loss imwe ntabwo iraba stop loss yindi, just kuri izo position zombi niyo wafungura position 10, make sure buri position ifite stop loss yayo, stop loss yayo, sibyo, birikumvikana, just make sure on each position place stop loss. If you open 2 position to mean you are risking $10 on each, make sure you are opening a stop, you price a stop loss on each of them. You get my point? Yeah, we are selling, this is the signal we have right now, we are selling gold as you have to be like, for you to be a trader also, and for a better professional trade management, once you're opening it, if you are in a trade, don't look for another trade. Like, for example, the reason why I did open another chart is because if I gave you the signal said God right now, we need to manage one trade at the point, at a time, because maybe I might open free or yeah, I'm already a trader. I know what to do already. Like, but for those who doesn't know more about trading, if you are trading, open one position at a time. Open one trade. Manage one trade at a time. Fungura trade imwe at a time. Impamvu ntigeze njya mu zindi ngo dushake izindi opportunities nuko dufite trade going on right now, turayireka. Nta yindi trade mufungure, sibyo, turayireka. I'm in a side order also, so turayireka ikomeza, sibyo. We are in one trade, so we're gonna leave it until it hit our take profit or it hit our stop loss level. What matters is we have a better risk management. We have opened a better risk management. You get my point? I press my stop loss right here. And the other thing is, the market, it doesn't matter the time the market it will take for it to reach here. Just let it go. You have accepted to risk $10. That's it. Niba wafunguye trade, ukaba wavuze ko ndarisinga amadolari 10 yireke igende. It doesn't matter the time it will take for it to reach here. It might come back, it does whatever it does here, as long as it won't hit your stop loss level. Just let it go. It will go. It might even come back after reaching here, then it goes to the downside. It doesn't matter the time it will take to reach your take profit or your stop loss level. Just let it go. Just leave it. The point is you have accepted the risk, just let it go. There's no way you have accepted the risk and you want to now be scared on the risk you have took. No. Just make sure you have did a calculated risk. Niba wafunguye trade, making sure yuko amount you are planning the kurisinga kuri your trade, yeah, you have, it's the amount which you want harm you, ntabwo ariyo yonyine ufite uvuze ngo uyashizeho yose. Just risk accordingly. Niba warisinga amadolari 10 nuko nyine, sibyo, yireke market igende, sibyo. There is mistakes most of the traders make, whereby most of the time you will find like you have opened a trade, and then, for example, let me say for days maybe you have an account which is more than $1,000. They are there, I know, and then maybe you're risking $100 per trade, right? And then the trade will reach at this point when it's at maybe $200, and then you start to think of what $200 can buy. Most of you will cancel the trade. Most of you will cancel the trade because of what? Most of you will cancel the trade because of what? Like, you, like, first of all, you are not thinking of what will happen in the future. You get my point? You didn't think of what if I take the trade tomorrow and it becomes a losing trade. Whereas I would have been covered by today's trade, which I'm taking, by just accumulating enough profit to prepare for tomorrow's losses. As a trader, because at the end of the day, we want to make money. Right? So if we want to make money, just the point is to say we are planning, first of all, to make more money by the money we made today. If I survive today in the market, for me to survive tomorrow, it's because I have survived today. If the market didn't take me out today, if I accumulated enough profits today in the market, to mean I have to perform better tomorrow. Because of what? I will be tomorrow, in tomorrow's trade, I'll be using the profits I made from the trade I took today. So to mean if I'm in a trade I have to make sure I get enough from it. I don't have to come out of the trade before it hits my target. I have to make sure I keep the trade. I don't have to cancel the trade when it reaches here. Usanga umuntu ari muri trade, ufunguye trade, and then igeze ku madolari 200 hano, utangiye gutekereza uburyo 200 yakujyana i Gisenyi, akakugarura, akakujyana i Rusizi, akakurisha ibintu n'ibitabaho byose. Uri kubyumva? So from there icyo ukora, ugomba gutekereza yuko ndi umutrader, I have to also trade tomorrow. So to me, $200, I might not consider it as enough for me. What matters is how much will I end with at the end of the day or at the end of the week. Most of the time we have to consider at the end of the week, how much will I end with? You get my point? At the end of the week, how much will I end with? Because if I accumulated $200 in the trade of tomorrow, and the next of tomorrow becomes 2 losing trades, to mean I'll be in minus. But if I accumulate, maybe if I let my profits run, I accumulate enough profit, thinking of the trade I will take tomorrow. Because the aim is to say I'm planning that, or I'm aiming for more winning trades. So from there, what I'm planning is, okay, I'm accumulating enough profits to use also tomorrow. Because as a trader, you should make sure you are trading your profits. Make sure you trade your profits to make more profits, not to trade your capital. You get, because if you lose from your capital. So the thing is, what will be hard is that what will be hard is on that capital is the first trade. If it becomes a losing trade, if your first trade becomes a losing trade, yeah, that's fine. If your first trade on your capital becomes a winning trade, make sure you use these winnings to make more, to also protect your psychology. Niba ufunguye trade ikajyamo neza, make sure yuko profits ukoresheje kuri iyo trade zifashishe gukorera andi, sibyo? Apana kuita just wumva, oh, I have made it, let me go travel, let me do. Use it to make more. Even from there, your mind will be at ease because it's not your capital. If you lose it, it's not your capital. That's the first thing. To mean you won't be scared that the market will hit your stop loss level or what. You get my point? Because psychologically, if you're losing from your capital, maybe it's the only one you have at the moment. From there, you will find yourself, your heart will be like you'll be scared the most. To mean, if the market tries to come back a little bit, you will cancel the trade. Right? If the market reaches here, you will cancel the trade, right? After you canceling the trade and then it comes back, you start to ask, trading is a scam. Trading is hard. No, trading is not hard. It's just that whatever involves money involves emotions, right? It's just the matter of you knowing how to control. The reason why yesterday I said trading is not all about the strategy. Trading is all about how strategic you are to approach the market. Uburyo uri prepared mu mutwe wawe, mind iri prepared. Numva nta kibazo, utuje, your mind should be at ease, nta gihunga, nta kwirukanka, ugakora ibyo uzi. Ubundi ikintu cyica abantu, what kills traders in the market, igihunga, like to feel scared, like the rush of want to make money in minutes, what. If you just feel like, oh, you apply the skills, like that strategy, it should not be complicated also. Because if the strategy is complicated, to mean you will waste your time on the strategy, you will waste your time on trade management, you will waste your time on risk management. To mean, just minimize it, just get that good strategy, simple and better strategy, apply it over and over again. Just take time on your psychology, take time on your risk management. That's what matters in the market. That's how you find yourself. Someone comes, like I have some traders, I have some members in my academy, whereby you might ask yourself, like, how possible just someone joins my academy in less than 6 months or in less than 5 months or something? Someone is already a trader. How is that possible? Most ask themselves, right? The problem is I just make sure I give you what is necessary, what I know works in the market, not you consuming a lot of things, a lot of knowledge in the market. They are just there for confusing you. Just get that that better strategy, apply it over and over again. That's what matters in the forex market. All these complicated strategies, no, they don't work. They don't work because What works in the market is how prepared are you in your mind? Because that better strategy, yeah, for those who also conquer in that better strategies because they are prepared, their mind is already prepared. And no one will teach you about how to prepare your mind. It's for you and yourself who will uh plan yourself to mean to say, okay, I've got the skills from Sujira. He already taught me how to trade. He already taught me about risk management. So it's me now to apply such over and over again. It's me to practice it. I don't need to go on YouTube to look for other videos for me to. No, 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 no. You don't need to do that. Just make sure you apply that skills. You just gather the skills, important skills though. Important skills, apply it over and over again. That's what matters in the forex market. Take time to look for these big traders who are in the market. There's big trade. I know we all know there's big traders who are already like there's big traders we all know, right? Take time to view their trades. Take time to take time to just look after their stories. They don't complicate things. They just apply that same thing over and over again. They just like they focus on their mindset in the first place. The mindset they bring to the trading. Uburyo like baapproachingamo isoko bitandukanye n'aba bandi bari gutangira cyangwa tubona bari gutangira sibyo. Bagerageza this who tries to make their strategy look like something no, no, no. Trading doesn't work like that. Just apply that, gather the skills, apply it over and over again. Important skills. You don't have to spend 15 hours, you don't have to spend 20 hours a day learning a strategy. Just get that strategy, practice it. That's why I do believe in practicing. I do believe in practicing more than anything. Just stay calm. Don't try also to show up with your forex money because that's what also kills traders in the market. They just make a little bit of money, boom, they start to show up. No, until maybe you. It's not even necessary because we all know free. We all want freedom, right? We were trading. We want to make money for freedom. So does freedom means to show off and use the money you already made in the first? You want to make more, right? You want to make more. So just stay calm. Always be a runner of the market. Always be a like try to always be a student of the market because the trade you will take today it will always be different from the trade you will take tomorrow. So always be like that journal, a journal, just preparing your mind, not just to to seek for more informations. Maybe you already have enough informations, but you feel once you're focusing on a lot of YouTubers, you're focusing a lot of people. When you find something new on this, you feel like you don't have enough skills, right? So from there, it will delay your duration of learning. You already have enough skills. You just need to apply it over and over again. The same thing I was saying in the first place before you consider the time maybe you might take for you to be successful in the market. First of all, prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. It doesn't matter the the strategy you're running. It does what matters in the first place is will you be able to apply that strategy? Nicyo kintu cy'ingenzi. I gave an example. Take time to look for like to just look for depend or try time to patronize this big trader. Take a look on how they trade, how they prepare themselves before they enter in a trade. They don't complicate it. Like they don't complicate it. To me, they already knows what works in the market. They already know that in trading, their strategy is not what is the or what is the like the goal or what is the goal in trading. Strategy is not what will make money for you in the market. It's how prepared you are in before you enter in the market. How your mind is prepared. You get my point? If this is a game of money, or if this is a game which involves money, to me, it will also involve your emotions. You start to think of how much you want to make in a day, how much you start to even think of how much you like the things you want to buy, right? Remember, most of the time, Arijuza Sanga, yeah, most of the time you will find once you have a winning trade, you will start to count how much money, you start to multiply. how much money you will be with after a month, calculating or just trying to multiply the amount you made today. Whereas tomorrow it won't be the same amount you make because every day's trade will be different. So from there to mean you'll be wrong, right? If you have a winning trade today, tomorrow you will try to prepare yourself that that's the same amount you make tomorrow and next of tomorrow, which is wrong. That's why tomorrow you will come back in the market with the mindset of having a winning trade. And that's very wrong. So if you come back with a mindset of having a winning trade, to mean even if there won't be a trade, you will try to force a trade so that you can get a winning trade to match in the in the multiplications you made of the money you want to be with at the end of the week. You try to force trade, right? Whereas trading in the first place, you just need to understand that trading is all about how strategic you are to approach the market because you're dealing with people who are like who are smarter than you, very smart than you, who wants to take money from you, who wants to take money from those who doesn't understand, from those who are depending on the strategy. Just get that simple strategy. And the most thing is to know to just prepare your mind enough on how you approach the market. That's the important thing. And know how to protect your capital in the first place. Protect your capital in the first place. Use your profits to make more money, not to use your profits to flex up or what. Use your profits to make more money. That's how your mind will be at ease. If you lose, just make sure you're losing from your profits. That's the point. That's the point. So update on our trade right now. Yeah, we are still good. We are still good because yeah, I'm expecting a push to the downside. We're still good even if because I have got an EMA, 13 EMA. And maybe I might expect that the market is come back to retest this level. This is a minor breakout, yes. And from there, yep, when the market enters here, I'm expecting a rejection. The same thing on 1 hour, on my 1 hour candlestick. The same thing here. Yep, I'm expecting a rejection to the downside. So yeah, we are still good for sales. We are still good for sales. So now, yeah, let's go ahead as we're waiting for the market to just do its things. This is the strategy. I mean, this is the like this is the signal we have right now. So now let's go ahead with questions. Let's go ahead with questions. Just as a reminder, when you are in a trade, just press your stop loss level, press your take profit level, and go. And go. You don't need to because once you are always on your charts, even most of the let me even go out of the chart. Because you don't need to be making because what you need is just to have that trust in your strategy. You just trust your strategy, open the trade, open your stop loss level, open your take profit level, and leave the trade. Let the market because you won't come and start to blow. Naguzaza nguhuhe ngo candlestick igende. You won't blow the candlestick for it to move. The market will do its things. If it's a losing trade, that's okay. Because you have already planned for it. You know what works in the market. Risk management, how prepared are you? You get my point. So from there, that's the most thing you need to do in the first place. And this is the trade we had recently, my academy. Same thing you can see. This is the strategy. Or is it this one? Yep, I guess. Can see, right? I always wait for this level to be broken, a level of resistance to be weak. It was broken, and then I took the trade. My stop loss was here. Boom. See what I depend on? Because the market came, it rejected for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. It was enough for this level to be a resistance level. So I always wait for this level to be broken, to be weak, and then I take a trade, buy, and then boom. I target all these levels. I target liquidity pools. My target is always liquidity pools, where the market is targeting. Market will be always targeting these levels where people stop losses are. This level, these lead lines levels. These are my lines. These are the lines I drop. This is where my targets are. The target one will be on this point, target two on this point, I didn't target this point because the market can't just reward you enough like this. It's rare. At least 2 points and I'm okay. Yeah. So now it's time for questions. It's time for questions. Time for questions. If you have questions, kuwafitibiwazo. Yeah, you can now ask. You will either raise your hand. It will be better because maybe what if you want to talk 5 of you at once? You get so better you raise your hand and then for it to be an organized thing. Yeah. For those who have questions, complications, or challenges they are facing in the market, you can raise your hand and then ask. Safag. Yeah. Safag. And I'm sorry if I will maybe read some of your names in a wrong way. Yeah. Sorry for that. Safag, you can say you can either Kinyarwanda or English, it's fine like that. Safag.
You can tell us. You can
Now
tell
the
us about.
uh about
You can about forex session. The sessions where the session begins and when the session will be end.
trading sessions, right? Oh, okay. Well, let me share the screen here. Let me share the screen. Hold on, hold on. I hope you all can see my screen here. All right, I hope everyone can see my screen here. I hope everyone can see my screen. So, yep. All right, so market trading sessions. Trading sessions. I will be using, let me use maybe EST. I will be using EST time. I'll be using EST time. EST time, and maybe let me say Rwandan time. Maybe even Indian time. It's okay. So we have 4. Let me say free general market trading session. What is trading sessions? Market trading sessions. These are these are the trading because uh on the whole world we all have different timings of the day. Some will be in the morning time, some will be in the afternoon time, whereby it might end up in a position where some of the currencies or some of the transaction or some of the currencies movements might differ depending on the position on the what position they are in. Maybe for example, if USD is used in USA, maybe in USA, yeah, like they're in morning, and then from there, maybe let me say Rwandan francs. Rwandan francs maybe is used in Rwanda, and in Rwanda maybe it's in the after or evening time, for example. The time differs, right? So from there, what do we have because we are all traders, we're all looking on the same charts, we are all looking on the same candlesticks. So for it to correlate, for us to have a better trading experience, we have trading sessions, market trading sessions. So from there, now depending on the timing or depending on the currency, because we're not strict to trade only US dollar, we're not strict to trade only euro, we're not strict to only trade Rwandan francs. allowed to trade any currency you want at any time of the day, anytime you are free, right? So from there, for it to be easy or for it to be better for you, you have to pick a trading session depending on the time you are free. Maybe you might free in the morning, you might be free in the afternoon or in the evening, depending. That's the timings which always differs or always fits in any of the market sessions. Maybe you might be free in the morning London time, which is London session, let me say, and then maybe you might free in the evening time, which is maybe New York session. Is possible, right? So from there you need to pick a session which you are favorable with, depending on the time you are free or depending on the currency pair you trade, because I'll be giving also the examples with the session and its best currencies, right? So from there we have got different market sessions. We've got general sessions, we have got London session, we have got London session, we have got New York session, we have got also Tokyo session. These are the general session which I use. We have also got Sydney session, but it's not that important. Like these are the general active sessions. London session, you can see this London session. This is in UK, right? This is in UK. This is in USA. Tokyo session. This is in Asia. I consider it as or a Tokyo session or Asian session. You get my point. All these free periods of time, they have different timings of the day whereby they will be active. Now globally they will fit in also different timings of the day depending on which country you are in. If London session is in the morning, in your country New York session will be in the afternoon, or in Tokyo session it will be in the evening, depends, right? So these both sessions, they have different timings of the day. This one might be in the morning, this one in the afternoon, or at the part of evening, and then this one will be evening. So to me, there's both free session. I call them general session because they fit in everyone's timing of the day. So London session in EST time, London session starts around in EST time, that's around 3 a.m. up to around let me say around 11:30 or 12 p.m. around 12 p.m. EST time. So now in London time, London session starts around 10 a.m. around 10 a.m. up to around, just make sure you have a notebook somewhere where you can write down the hours. Make sure you just have a notebook, because I know in this session you're gonna learn a lot from it. From today up to Monday, up to Friday, you will learn a lot from it, right? Maybe if you don't have time to watch the videos, you can have a notebook where you can be writing important things. So in London time, London session starts around 10 a.m. up to around 7, almost 7 p.m. somewhere there, around 7 p.m. somewhere there. Yep, around up to around 7 p.m. You get my point. Around 7 p.m. So now in New York session, London session and New York session, they have some timing of like some overlapping time. New York session starts in between, almost in between of London session, because New York session in EST time, it starts around 8 a.m. up to around 5 p.m. That's around 8 a.m. up to around 5 p.m. Now in London time, that will be around 3 p.m. 3 p.m. up to the next day, right? That's 3 p.m. up to, let me see, no, let me see, up to, that's 3 p.m. up to around in London time 3 p.m. I guess it's 3 p.m. at around 12. That would be 12 a.m. in the night, in the midnight, in London time, New York session. And then Tokyo session, which is also like Asian session. Tokyo session starts around 7 p.m. up to around 7 p.m. up to around 4 a.m. And then in London time, this Tokyo session starts around 2 a.m. up to a.m. in the night up to around 11 up to around 11 a.m. or around, yeah, let me say around 10, from somewhere between from somewhere between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. because this one, because it starts with, if I consider Rwandan time, we always in the morning we'll be having, early morning we'll be having Tokyo session, and then London session, and then New York session. Because if it's in Rwandan time, if you wake up, maybe let me give you a plan. If maybe you work in the morning, or in the, like maybe you work in the morning, to mean if Tokyo session will be from 2 a.m. up to around 10 a.m., for example, to mean you will be, maybe you won't be having time for you to trade Tokyo session, right? Or maybe if you are free in the morning, you can trade Tokyo session. It's possible, right? And then now we have got London session. London session now starts from around 10 a.m. around up to afternoon. The whole daytime up to around 7 p.m., right? So imagine if you have time, if you don't have time during from 10 a.m. up to 7 p.m., you can consider maybe you get free from 7 p.m., right? You can consider trading New York session, which starts around New York session, we start around 3 p.m. up to around in the midnight. You get my point. So now, depending on depending on the trade, or depending on the currency you're trading, like we have got currencies different, like different currencies. Someone raised King of Lyrics. Do you have a question? Do you have a question? Someone raised a hand. Do you have a question? Is it Lefiki? Lefiki? Yeah, Lefiki, you want to ask something?
Yes.
Hmm.
I want to thank you for your support to young peoples, especially the youngs from your mother country called
Hmm.
Rwanda.
Yeah.
For me, of course, I'm Rwandan.
Hmm. All right.
I
Yeah. If
appreciate,
you're
I
okay,
appreciate you.
one thing. Excuse me if I'm not. If you're Rwandan, then it's okay. You can use Kinyarwanda for all the Rwandans to find
Yeah,
themselves in the session. Yeah. What question? Rwanda nta kibazo.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Thanks, my brother.
Hmm.
Kubona ikibazo nari mfite
Hmm.
ko uko mbitekereza wenda isoko cyangwa trade ntabwo ijya ihagarara.
Ntabwo igihagarara. Yeah.
None
Hmm.
none iyo uri gukora analyse cyangwa uri gushaka strategy kuri trading view cyangwa se n'ahandi,
Hmm.
ubwo isoko ko riba riri kugenda bigenda gute kugira ngo uze kwita uza
Hmm.
usange ya analyse yawe aho wayikoreye nibwo biri buze kugufasha kugira ngo winjire mu isoko?
Bo, urumva isoko ntabwo rijya rihagarara. Niyo wakoze analyse, sibyo? Okay, he was asking to say, the market doesn't stop. It's always moving. Like, what does it like? How do you cope up with it, or how does it happen in a way whereby where you just want to take, maybe if you analyzed at this time, you want to take a trade later when you come back in the chart or something like that, right? The market doesn't stop as it is, it's always moving. What is there is having market sessions. It's like having knowing duration of the time where the market is active and when the market is not active. Because maybe if we are in the morning, like if we are during daytime in Rwanda, maybe in USA it's not, like maybe in USA it's nighttime. To mean banks in USA they will be closed, but in Rwanda they will be open. To mean if you want to trade a session which fits in Rwanda, to mean we want to trade when the banks are open, when the finance, like financial institutions, when they are open. You get my point? We want to trade when the market is active. If you want to trade in London session, maybe, for example, in London session, maybe for example, we have currencies like Euro, we have GBP, we have we have USD. These currencies during this period of time, banks will be open during this, like banks will be open or institutions will be open, they will be working, to mean transactions will be going on, to mean the market will be active during that period of time, which is different when it's evening time there in London, for example. When it's evening time, from there banks like Euro something, they will be closed, right? To mean also the market of Euro won't be active also. that much for it to be favorable. It can move, yes, but it's better to know or to trade when the market is active, when the banks are open. Because like there in UK, I guess working time starts around from 8 a.m. up to 5, the same thing, I guess, right? So from there, the banks will be open from around 9 something upwards. So if you want to trade euro, you want to trade it when their banks are open, so that you catch these big movements in the market. You get. So from there, the reason why we have market trading sessions is for you can open a trade. You're free to open a trade anytime. It doesn't matter. You can open it either you analyze right now. You can open it, or either you can open a trade any time of the day. But to trade professionally and to always make sure you are catching, or you don't want to enter in the market and then the market tries to fluctuate. The market is not moving at all. You press a buy, but the market is not moving. If you don't want to face such kind of situations, that's when you consider to open a trade during the market session which fits that currency pair you are trading. You get my point. So it doesn't matter if you want to open. What matters is to say which period, which currency are you trading first of all, and which time or which session is it active. Niba ushaka gutradinga amayero, ugomba kuyatradinga nyine muri cya gihe nyine banks z'amayero nazo ziri active, transaction nyine ziri kujya mbere, kuko nibyo bimuvinga market, sibyo? Niba muri UK ari mu gitondo, bivuze ngo akazi kari kujya mbere, transactions ziri kujya, bivuze ngo n'isoko ry'amayero naryo riri active, sibyo? Bivuze ngo nawe ushobora gutradinga market kabiri kumuvinga. Bitandukanye nuko nk'urugero mu Rwanda banks ziba zifunze nijoro, sibyo? Wenda ushobora gukora transaction online ariko banks ziba zifunze, bivuze ngo ntago amanyarwanda aba ari active nijoro. Haba hari isoko ricuruza amanyarwanda, ntago wayacuruza nijoro kandi amabanki aba afunze. Nicyo bishatse kuvuga na market sessions. Dushobora gutradinga na currencies bitewe n'igihe nazo ziba ziri active. Maybe let me first of all give examples of the currencies which fits in the in these sessions. Like for example, in London session, like currency pairs which are good to trade in London session, like for example, Euro USD, GBP, USD. If you say Euro will be active, USD will be active, GBP will be, Britain pound will be active, the same USD will be also active. It's better to trade, right? And then maybe let me say also even gold. Gold is like, I can't call it a whole, I don't know, but gold is always active. I don't know, but that's a metal, right? Gold, you can trade gold. You can trade USD, CHF. You can also trade Euro JPY. It's also possible. Though JPY won't be that much, but you can also trade Euro JPY. You get my point? And other more which involves USD pairs. Now, New York session. In New York session, you can trade in New York session you can also trade gold. That's a must. You can also trade gold. You can also trade Euro USD. Euro USD is also active. Even GBP USD. All these pairs which involves GBP USD, you can also trade it. USD JPY, USD CAD, and also, right? Tokyo session now. Tokyo session. You can trade in Tokyo session. You can trade now these Asian currencies. Like for example, GBP JPY, these major pairs, GBP JPY. You can trade USD JPY. You can trade AUD JPY, Euro JPY. JPY is Japanese yen. Japan is from Asia. All this, even here, you can also trade gold. But it's not that. Yeah, but let me not mention it. Yeah, this Asian session. To mean, for example, you don't want to trade Euro USD. in Tokyo session because of why? Euro USD, Euro banks will be closed, but most Euro banks will be closed in Tokyo session during this time period. From 7 p.m. up to 4 a.m. This is night time. This is night time, right? So to mean banks in Euro banks will be closed. Also, most of the banks of USD will be closed. To mean the market won't be active. Take a look on the market at around from 2 a.m. up to around morning. The market of USD pairs won't be active, right? Apart from gold. Gold can move, but even it gets some effects of the market won't be moving that much. Take time and see. You'll find most of the time. This time the market will be apart from these pairs which involves JPY, Japanese yen, these pairs, right? Which they will be active during these periods of time, whereby they in Japan, in this whereby the markets are open in Tokyo session. You get my point. So these are the pairs which are better to trade during these different periods of time. Yeah. Is it clear now? Just note it down. Note down some important things. Yeah. And yeah, let's come back into the charts. Let's see what the updates on our signal as we're heading to the because these sessions now it's clear. All right, perfect. These are the 1 hour sessions. So let's see if we have. Let's see. And let's see. I guess. And God already took us out here. And yeah, that was it. That was it. God already took us out. We just took candles. And that was it. The better thing is just to know when to like to like for example for me, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day. If for example, like the same thing, for example, if I took this trade, if it became a winning trade, let me show you for example. If I took this trade, it became a winning trade, and then I took this trade, it became a winning trade. The same thing, I don't expect the market to always give me same setups, right? Like for example here, this one almost hit my take profit and then it came back to my stop loss level. What matters them? I need to win more than I lose in the market. And if my trade turns into a losing trade, I don't need to come back and try to look for a setup to like and try to look for a winning setup to cover my losses. No, I'm done for the day. If I had a losing trade, that's it. I'm not looking for another trade in the market. You get my point? That's it. It's the same strategy, right? It's the same strategy. The same strategy here. The same strategy I applied here. Now it have become a losing trade, and that's fine. That's okay with it. I'm done for the day. I have to wait for tomorrow. That's okay, right? So that's how you. And this was a pre-London setup. Like you can see, even yesterday was expecting the market to give us a breakout and push the downside. Then the market kept on consolidating in the same movement. Now the same setup we took, it turns out into a losing trade. That's fine. We're dealing with smart people. So how to conquer them is for us to be strategic. If this turned into a losing trade, that's to mean I'm notified that there might be manipulations in the market. So I'm done for the day. You get my point? Being strategic enough for you to know how to conquer the market. Because I will come back tomorrow and still get a winning trade. You get my point. So I'm not looking for another trade for me to cover the losses. I'm done for the day. That's okay. I'm done for the day. You get my point? Yeah. So that's how you should. Better thing is we entered live and then the trade took us out live. Just drain from this. You're not looking for another trade to cover the loss you took from here. If, for example, it is $10 per trade, you're supposed to get $20 to make a total of $30, but now it took us out of only $10. Only $10. To mean we just lost $10. If tomorrow it becomes a winning trade, that would be like 2 times of the. To mean we recover the loss and add more profits. That's how trading works. If you lose smaller. If you win big. That's how it works. And make sure you are winning. You are. If you lose from your profits. And if you have a winning trade, use the winning trades to make more profits. Don't use the winning trades to make more money. You get my point? And always trade the trend. Always follow the trend. I'm not looking for buys because my trend, the market is trending to the downside. And anytime you will experience a drop, I'm expecting a drop on gold. This was supposed to be a drop. Now it has already took us out. We're not trying to take that drop, which is gonna come on gold. Now we are done for the day. That will be it. You get my point? That's how trading works. You need just to be strategic enough for you to avoid exposing your capital to the market. Yeah. Any other question? Is there any question? Because yeah, I guess the time is already over now. And yeah, I guess that was it for today's session. And I hope you learned a lot from it. I hope you learned a lot from it. The same thing in tomorrow's session. We're gonna have a same time, 8 a.m. London time. Gonna have the same session. So, and for those who joined later, for those who didn't get some information in the first session, make sure you watch the video. I'm gonna also post this video on YouTube, so for those who missed it, they can watch the video. So the same thing tomorrow, same time, same live trading session until Friday. And for those who have requested for joining my academy, I will respond your messages as soon as possible. Yep, I will respond your messages as soon as possible. So hold on, and the goal is to make money. The goal is to make money, and we have to make it before the end of this year. So let's go ahead. And for those who are still trading for the day, I'm done for the day for today. So hope for the best, and see you in tomorrow's session.